In 2012, 2 families left the city along with the conveniences of modern American living. It's today that these 2 families have relocated themselves in the mountains of the American Ozarks to build for themselves a more sustainable and fulfilling lifestyle.
We are An American Homestead!
This week on An American Homestead, it's the land of milk and honey. We love our milk and we love our honey, and prefer to buy them from local sources. Let's go see where we get ours from. Thanks for watching, and be sure to visit us online at anamericanhomestead.com. You know, if there's 2 things my family loves, it's milk and honey. And while our homestead is not yet producing these 2 products, there are other homesteads in the area that are. And so I thought it'd be a great idea if I could take you along with us to go check out this family and see the milk and the honey that, the source where we get ours, and allow you to take a look at that and see how they're producing it. And that may give you an idea of how you could produce it one day. It's our desire and dream to one day produce these 2 products as well on our homestead, but for the time being, we'll do just fine with going out and trade and barter and buying these products from other families. So let's go check it out. Even before we started living off-grid, we began searching for sources to purchase raw milk. Milk has always been a staple for American homesteads and farms all around the world. It's mentioned over 40 times in biblical writings and in many writings of antiquity going back to the earliest of human history. Raw milk in America gets a bad rap, mostly because of the Industrial Revolution. Thousands of milk cows were brought into the cities in order to provide milk for the many factory workers. They were kept in the cities and given poor living conditions and fed mostly food waste products from the factories. With dairy cows being located in the cities, they were too far away from hay fields, and it was cost prohibitive to haul in fresh hay every day for the thousands of cows needed to make the milk. Byproducts and waste from food production factories became the solution to feeding the cows, and with that kind of unnatural diet, the milk production that resulted was unsuitable to drink and filled with all kinds of harmful bacteria and pathogens. Thus, you now had to basically cook the milk, a process called pasteurization, among other processes, in order to make the milk safe to drink. But a normal cow in a field on a farm, eating what the cow was originally designed to eat, produces an amazingly healthy drink, alive with enzymes, vitamins, and minerals.
Well, this is 3 of my boys, Gabriel, Levi, and Mark. We've been raising our own animals for, pretty much all their life. I was raised on a commercial dairy farm and worked on dairy farms up until my mid-20s. I know what goes into the milk that you get in the store, and that's why we raise our own, because it's not really fit for human consumption. The stuff that we produce here on the farm, we know what goes into it. It's not had all the good stuff sucked out of it. It's got all the probiotics that's good for your stomach. It's got the full amount of fat. It's not homogenized. It's easy to digest. We make butter. We make our own cheeses. Yogurt, anything dairy that you can, make out of milk products, we do, and it's good stuff. It's healthy.
This here is our cow Buttercup, the black and white one. And we've had her since she was just a little calf. We raised her up on one of our old mamas. And we've been milking her for about 2.5 years. And At the moment, we're getting about 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons a day, just milking her once a day. Her calf here, Daisy, we're getting ready to wean her, and once we do that, we'll be getting pretty close to 2 gallons or to 4 gallons a day, milking her twice a day.
Well, after we milk it, we just run it through a filter and get it in the fridge so it cools down. We have a large funnel that we filter it, or with a filter attached to it, that we run it through into the jars. And we just use a clean boiled rag to filter.
Also today we're going to go harvest and extract some honey. Let's go.
I'm Matt from episode 1. I'm gonna help Gabe extract and harvest some honey today. So come along with us. Over here in the woods is the hive, and we're gonna go over there and take one of the supers off and check it and see how much honey is in there, and hopefully there's lots to harvest.
Did you get stung?
Yeah.
Okay, you're bringing the bees with you.
Yeah, the smoker died at a bad time, so the bees got a little angry at us there toward the end. The good news is we got 7 or 8 frames over there that we've taken out of the hive, and that should be quite a bit of honey in there. Each one of those is a stinger.
I never put a queen excluder in between what are supposed to be the brood chambers and what are supposed to be the honey supers. So the queen has gotten up into the first honey super and started laying eggs, and we now have brood in what should have been our honey. But the next super up still had lots of good frames in there. We've harvested honey from, or we pulled frames out from that.
Yeah, I didn't see any brood in the fourth super, the highest one. I didn't see any brood in there, so the queen probably hasn't been up there much at all.
Right now we're giving the bees a chance to calm down so we can go in and get the ice chest that we put all of the frames in.
This is a honey extractor, and it's basically a centrifuge. It uses centrifugal force to spin the honey out, and the honey drops down to the bottom of the tank where it drains. and it's the best way to harvest the honey because it saves the honeycomb intact. So when you put the frames back into the honey super or down there with the bees, they have a lot less work to do to repair the comb and everything. It cuts down on the time between harvests because the bees have less repairing to do once you extract, because we are going to damage some of the honeycomb here. So all you want to do is remove the wax and try not to cut into the honeycomb. So you just want to cut the lid off, the capping. And these are called wet cappings because they're whitish like that. So after we cut all these frames, there's going to be a bunch of honey down here, and there's going to be a bunch of wax, which can be melted down and make candles and all kinds of stuff out of it. Spring, the one that had the brood in it, like March or something. Yeah, I think it would have been middle of March. We've done a lot of work since then.
Was that good?
And this one I put on.
Is it good?
With this extractor, it only extracts one side of the frame at a time. So you spin it, and then you have to flip all the frames around and spin it again to get the second side.
We extracted at least 2 gallons of honey. It's my first time ever harvesting honey from this hive, and I'm pretty excited about it.
We noticed frames inside the super that were close to being done. In other words, they were a half to 2/3 finished with capping the honey. But if we just give them a little bit more time, there's probably 4 or 5 more down there that, within the next few weeks probably could be harvested again.
We put these frames back in, they should be able to fill them back up pretty quick. This year we'll be able to harvest quite a bit more honey probably.
So, milk and honey, the way they were supposed to be. We really like the idea that we can go out to other homesteads and barter and trade with them for certain products, and we hope that one day we'll be able to raise these products, harvest these products on our own homestead. We really appreciate you guys tuning in each week. Liking us on Facebook, sharing our videos on YouTube, that really helps us stay motivated to make more videos for you. So, we'll see you next time on An American Homestead.